Kicking things off of what to watch this weekend, or really any other time. We have a spy action thriller, a courtroom-style comedy series, and a new show examining the line between romance and friendship. Film critic Dale Pollack has reviews and ratings for all three of those.
All right, here he is. Good morning, Dale. How you doing?
I'm great. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, sir. Good to see you.
We are excited to hear your reviews, and I hear we're starting on Netflix with Heart of Stone. Take it away.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to be excited to hear this review
because
it's one of the worst films I have ever seen on Netflix. I'm kind of amazed it got made with such a bad script. You know, Gal Gadot, who has played Wonder Woman, is a very charismatic actor. And when she's on screen, you can't take your eyes off her. But in this film, she literally has nothing to do that's interesting dramatically or even from a story perspective. I found the plot made almost no sense. And the sign of a bad movie is when it stops and characters, through talky expositional dialogue, fill you in on what's really happening, as if you can't understand it yourself. And this happened about 20 times in this film, where the action would just stop and characters would explain what's going on. That is a sign of poor filmmaking. And Gal Gadot also has to struggle with her co-star, Jamie Dornan. He has never really been a strong actor. He was very good in Belfast, but a lot of people remember him from 50 Shades of Grey. He's just a weak actor, and he can't hold the screen with Gal Gadot. So this film has problems from beginning to end, and I'm being charitable in giving it 2 popcorns.
I was just about to ask how many. That made me nervous. Yeah, I'm shocked you even got 2.
Yeah, I almost gave it 1, but you know, I just don't think it's a very good way to occupy 2 hours.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Dale tells it like it is.
Yes.
I mean, thank you for that, Dale.
I do.
Good. You certainly do. All right, this next one I was actually exposed to for the first time yesterday per Jackie's suggestion.
Yeah.
Jury Duty on Amazon. I know what I thought. What did you think?
Well, I don't think this is like anything else that's on TV right now. And it's hard to believe it's a comedy because it's so well done. The premise is a simple one. Everyone is in on the joke: the judge, the bailiff, the jury, the defendant, the plaintiff, except one member of the jury who doesn't know everyone else is an actor. And it's really fascinating to see this unfold. The guy they chose is pretty charismatic, so you're interested in what he's thinking. But the ruse is so expertly carried off. If you didn't know these were all actors, you would never dream they were. And that's what makes the series so much fun. James Marsden, who is an actor who never achieved the stardom he thought he would, plays an egotistical actor in the series, and he's terrific. This was so much fun to watch. It's just one of the best shows that I've seen right now that's on streaming. And if you were looking for a little amusement at the end of a hot summer, this is the place to go.
I completely agree. I've watched all of it. Brian's only an episode in, so we can't spoil how it all finishes up. But
yes,
I loved it
off
as well. Yeah. So, all right. How many popcorns? I'm assuming pretty good rating
4
here.
popcorns.
Yes. 4, nice.
If I did 5, I would have given it 5.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. And for those at home, it kind of had an Office type of feel to it, or a Parks and Rec type of thing.
Yep.
But yeah, the performance is given. You know, it's crazy what happens, and they're able to pull this off, and this guy has absolutely no idea what's going on.
And there's so much more to it. You'll see when it gets to the end, there's a whole breakdown of like how it all worked with secret cameras and things like that, and there's so much planning that goes into it. It's incredible that they pulled it off.
Yeah, and you believe it's a real trial, so you're concerned about what's going to happen.
I know, I know.
You know, it works on every level.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
Okay. Last one for us here, Platonic on Apple TV. I have heard about this, but I have not gotten to see it. So Dale, break it down.
Well, it's an interesting story because it's not really a romance. It's more about a friendship. Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne are old friends who have lost touch. Seth Rogen comes back into her life. He's got a brewery that he's trying to run with 2 partners who don't like him. They each have their own individual dramas. Her marriage isn't always on solid footing. They reconnect as friends, and that's really what the whole series is about, their friendship. It doesn't develop into the romance you think it might, but what was so pleasant about it is you have 2 actors at the top of their game. Rose Byrne is all over. In fact, she's on another series on Apple called Physical that she stars in. And Seth Rogen has really become, while none of us were watching, a pretty good actor. And he can pull off a character that's kind of like Seth Rogen, but in many ways not like the real Seth Rogen. And I just really enjoyed the comic interplay between these two actors. All the supporting cast is good. And you're not sure where this series is going to take you. And I'll be honest, it doesn't go anywhere really dramatically. But it's the story of a friendship. And to see that without the clumsy introduction of a romance really is something different in streaming. And so I think Platonic is an underrated show that is well worth sampling.
And I feel like it makes sense that they stay friends. It's in the title. I feel like if anyone tried to be like, well, why didn't they have a romance? You're like, it's in the title. It's Platonic.
That's it. Very good point.
Yeah. All right. Number of popcorns here?
4 popcorns. Very well done.
Terrific. You know, I feel bad, Dale, for Seth Rogen, because I feel like he's consummately this actor, and he plays in these roles in these relationship movies and romantic comedies, and he just doesn't ever quite get the girl, you know, in those situations.
He's always the goofy guy.
He's just always the goofy guy, or like the third wheel or the extra or something.
In this one, he's more front and center, and it works. And it's just so interesting to see this kind of platonic relationship.
Yeah. All right, Dale. Thank you so much for your always honest and incredible reviews. Here are those titles one more time. Heart of Stone on Netflix, if you really want to go there. Jury Duty on Prime Video. And then Platonic on Apple TV. Remember, you can always find more reviews and recommendations on DaleMPollock.com.